What's up, traders? Range breakers here. And today, I want to go over my path to confidence or time to quit. This is a video I've been thinking about a long time. And I want to go over my backtest results for my ORB strategy compared to if you were to buy and hold QQQ, to kind of give a different perspective on what's realistic and hopefully give you more confidence to just let trades ride. Because my biggest struggle has been I'll make a strategy, it'll look good in backtest, and then I'll tweak it, size up and change things, and then just lose total confidence. So I went through for the last year of my current ORB strategies. This is actually a pinescript I made that trades NQ futures on the ORB. I tried not to overfit the results, meaning I trade every day. Try to get at least, let's see, in this last year we've got 168 trades, and I wanted to have a test that trades in all different environments. So this is back to 2020, which obviously many different market environments. There is some drawdown periods, but overall a 1.671 equity drawdown's reasonable, over 900 trades, 79% winners. So how could I possibly screw this up? That's really what I've been asking myself, because somehow I've been finding a way. So this is the idea. And so right now the equity drawdown for last year looks insanely low, 1,275. Tradeify only requires $1,000 capital per contract, so that's only 2,275. But I want to have a significant buffer, so I'm using for this analysis a $10,000 per contract. Let me know what you guys think is appropriate to trade NQ, but this would help if I have those, bigger drawdown periods, which, as you know, if I'm trading it, it's going to go right into drawdown. So how does this actually compare to just buying and holding QQQ? So this result, when I put it in this perspective, I think it will give you more confidence. So $23,890 on $10,000 capital is a ridiculous $13,890 or 138.9%. Think about that, 138.9% in 1 year, which is absolutely, when you put it in this perspective, instead of just the dollar amounts, it looks crazy to me. So I wanted to compare this to QQQ, a buy and hold market performance, to see if it's even worth me day trading. So if I invested $10,000 in QQQ for the same 1 year period, and this is a huge 1 year period, 26% return, you'd have, with an insane 26% return only, and still great, but $12,600, which is only a $2,600 gain. And so when you put that in comparison to the back-tested day trading strategy, it's a 5.3x return of a very high 26% QQQ year. So when I looked at it that way, I said, well, that's pretty awesome. Why am I not more confident? So then, this was really, I think, this one statement, when I was analyzing this, I hope will get me over the hump of just letting this trade setup run and scale up. So what is that statement? So even if my actual forward testing, meaning my live testing, if we're 81% worse, if the results are 81% worse, we would still match for this last year a 26% return. 81% worse than the buy and hold, you will still get a 26% return. So why am I being scared and not scaling this thing up? I don't know. So what I've done so far, so hopefully this is going to give you, and it's given me a different perspective on my trade setup, and hopefully the path to confidence. So what I've done, one big issue, if you've seen past videos, is the slippage concern. So how I have it set up now is pretty simple. I have Tradingview, I have one account, I have one setup, and now that setup through an alert goes to Edgeful. Edgeful then sends that alert through Tradeify and executes the trade automatically. So I do not have to race to the computer at 9:45 or 9:30, because every time I do that, I overtrade, I change things, I size up. I personally cannot physically manually trade well. It just absolutely does not work for me. So what I've decided And where I was going with this, before I had 17 algos or automations triggering, and it was impacting the entry and exit time. So I decided that if I'm going to do this, I'm only going to allow on my personal account one setup, and that one setup will be the only alert, so that my entries will be as quick on the entry and exit as possible. Because when I had 17 or 18, I can't remember, with the prop firm accounts, the entries could vary up to like 9 seconds, and that was causing a lot of slippage. So the first 4 trades of this, I actually had 3 in my favor. The one that was against me in terms of slippage was significant, but I'm gonna just say, even though with slippage, if I do my best not to have too many automations going, I just need to be better. I can't be 81% worse than the backtest. And even if I am, we're still in money and coming out on cash each day instead of just buying and holding. And for me, I don't sell a course. I don't have affiliate offers, just because I'm just going through this process for myself to see if I can actually figure this out, because I want to have more control over my money. That was really the whole goal of this channel. So anyways, I hope the perspective shift is helpful for you. I think it's going to give me more confidence. I'm not ready to quit yet, even though there's many days where I feel like I am. The one other thing that's going to give me more confidence is that in my settings, I have changed the stop loss. So before, I had some other backtests that looked even better in terms of profitable trades and profit factor, but the losers were huge. So I still have a negative risk to reward, but it's the tightest it's ever been. And the fact that I can go back 5 years and still get good results, I'm feeling pretty good. So the one other part of this is, okay, we got confidence on the real accounts to let it rip, hopefully scale up, and hopefully beat the market, because that's the whole goal, right? But then I'm going to set up, because the prop firms, man, I was crushing it with the automation, almost passed multiple accounts. Failed one that did pass, but they said I hit drawdown right before I passed or something, which was driving me nuts. And the reason I blew those up is because I was just greedy and sized way too up. So my goal is to set up it's going to be more expensive to do this, but I'm going to have a new Tradingview account and a new Edgeful account that's completely separate. And what that will do is I'll set up a different strategy using the Edgeful Algo. I don't give out my settings, and I don't want prop firms, honestly, to know what I'm trading, because if it works, why would I want to tell anyone? I hate to say it. I'm trying to give as much value as I can in my journey, but that's my edge, right? So I'm going to set up a similar but different strategy with Edgeful, automate it through Tradeify, and go through prop firms. I'm not sure who I'm going to use yet. Tradeify seemed affordable and allowed automation. My fund of futures also does, but we're much more expensive. So I may just do it with Tradeify. If you guys have suggestions, let me know. But with a whole new account, so a whole new Tradingview, whole new Edgeful, and then I'll feel a lot better, because then the fills should be better. So anyways, this took a long time to make. This I've been thinking about. Am I confident enough? Do I have a good enough backtest? And so far it looks pretty good. So I'm usually pretty bad, but can I be 81% worse than our system? Hopefully not. Time will tell. Let me know what you guys think. If we're going to be 81% worse, maybe we'll be better. Almost up to 500 subs, so thank you guys. And let me know what you guys are trading, if you're using automation or if you're manually trading. It just has not worked for me manually. I'm just too emotional. But talk soon. Hope you guys are killing it. Subscribe.